Do you know those times you opened a present with great expectations? You were sure that what was waiting inside would change your life. Maybe you still have those moments. Like when you push the button in your college portal that leads to the college's admission decision notice. You are nervous, excited, and full of hope, and then the present isn't what you expected. Worse, it isn't horrible, but it's not what you wanted to hear. That is what it is like when you get a letter from the college that says your admissions decision has been deferred. This means your application has not been denied, but you still have some work to do before you can be accepted. It's not all that you wanted to hear, but it's not entirely tragic. Or you are accepted, but you are not ready to start college financially or personally. You may need some time to work out a few things before you start classes, so you ask the college to defer your enrollment by a year. Hi, I'm Margaret Meek, and this is College Deferral Can Be a Good Gift or Feel Like a Gag Gift. The terminology of colleges and universities can be very confusing, especially when the same word has two definitions and two very different outcomes. One is when the student asks the college for a one-year reprieve from attending the college that offered them a place in its freshman class. The second is when the college looks at the student's application and determines it isn't ready to make a final decision on the student's application yet. Let's start with the college being deferred by a student. This type of deferral is when the student asks to have their admission at a college deferred or postponed for a year. Find out what the process is for the college that accepted you and that you want to attend a year later. Generally, once the college's offer of admissions is accepted and the deposit is paid, the student writes a letter asking permission to start attending a year later than initially planned. So instead of this fall, they would begin next fall. It is up to the school to decide if they will allow the deferment. That decision can be based on factors such as the size of their incoming class, the number of individuals accepted to that major, and of course, whether or not they even have a policy that allows for student deferments. If your request is denied, you will have to decide if you want to attend this college, or if the gap year is more important to you. If you wish to continue through the steps to attending this college, do it. Get busy. If you don't want to continue to attend in the next few months, let the college know you're out. They will not return your deposit, and you will move on to a well-planned, intentional gap year. Safe in the knowledge that come next fall, you will begin the admissions process for colleges all over again. Now we will move on to what happens if the college defers the student's admittance. This means the school is not ready to offer you admission right now, but they may be willing to do so in the future. There is something about your application that they don't understand or see, or they want to combine your application with a different pool of candidates. So let's say you applied for early action or early decision. The school may defer your application to consider it with the regular admissions crowd. With the growing popularity of early applications, colleges are finding that they must defer some students simply because they must evaluate regular admissions applicants before filling their incoming student class. It is not unusual for up to 20% of those who apply early to be deferred. If you receive a deferral letter, read it carefully. The school will outline what you need to do. Generally, that will involve writing a letter letting the school know you are still interested in attending. Do not write this commitment letter unless you are ready to continue the admissions process. Then see if there's any other information they would like to receive to enhance your application. In this letter, tell the school you are still interested in attending. Be clear and concise and try to stay even-keeled. Don't become too excessive. Make sure you read and reread the letter and make sure your grammar is spot on. Also, ensure you send the letter to the person indicated in the deferment notice as soon as possible, definitely before any deadline listed. If you have any questions, contact the college admissions counselor for your high school. Have your list of questions ready so you don't have to call back multiple times. Then, get any other requested information to the school as soon as possible. For example, do they need your latest transcript to reflect your last semester's grades? Do they need another letter of recommendation? Do they desire an update to your list of activities and accomplishments? Provide them with the information they ask for, and that is all. Do not call, do not overwhelm, do not overdo. Let's go back to the question about whether or not you want to continue to pursue admission to this school. Are you ready to wait for their answer? Do you have any other options available? Are there different schools that interest you more? Are you prepared to leave this school behind? If so, write a letter to the school letting them know you are no longer interested in pursuing admission at that college. Then get up and get busy. Complete applications to other schools that would meet your higher education needs, or follow up on the admissions acceptance letters you have already received. Take as much control over this process as you can. There are many gifts available, all wrapped up in the word deferral. A gap year, the lack of an outright rejection. Sorry. There are blessings to every twist and turn you take in your admissions journey. Stay focused on your education, use your experiences and relationships wisely, and continue to shape your future. No matter which place in the deferral definition you fall, there are positive steps you can take to create a great educational experience. Please like, subscribe, and share if you found this video helpful.